What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of swoopluke. In this episode, we will be predicting the ladder for the rest of the season and going into finals and who I think is going to win. So let's just jump straight into it. Before we do jump straight into it, of course, follow me on all my social media accounts. If you are a new swooper, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And if you are a returning swooper, welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining me. Let's do this ladder predictor thing. So we start off with the Brisbane-Collingwood game. I think this game is winnable for us. So I'm going to go us by 12 points. Geelong-St Kilda. Geelong should win easily. 25 points. Gold Coast Essendon. I don't see Gold Coast causing an upset. Essendon, and seeing where Essendon did the other week. Essendon by 25. Giants Tigers. I see the Giants causing a bit of an upset. They're on a bit of a roll from their Geelong game. Giants by 7. Hawthorn Western Bulldogs. That's going to be in Tasmania. The Doggies are going to, even though Hawks beat us, the Doggies are going to come out, smash them, 31 points. Melbourne, Adelaide. I think... Melbourne have to be. They want that top spot. Melbourne by 2.5 goals. North Melbourne, Sydney. North aren't going to win the game for the rest of the season. We're going to go Sydney by 20 points. Carlton, Port Adelaide. This is a hard one. It's going to be Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide easily. We're going to put Port Adelaide by 18, so 3 goals. Fremantle, West Coast. A derby. West Coast need to win to solidify their spot in the 8. Fremantle, I don't even think they can make the 8. Let's just look. Fremantle. They got a shit-ass percentage. But West Coast haven't been... It's going to be Fremantle by 13 points. So now it's round 23. Brisbane, West Coast. Brisbane by 27. Giants, Carlton. The Giants are going to continue their roll into finals. They're going to beat Carlton by... I think this actually might be a close game. And this is unbiased. If Carlton were going to win, I'll tip Carlton, you know. I think Giants by a goal. Collingwood, Essendon. I think Essendon will beat us. They really want to play finals. But they're not going to beat us by much. 14 points. Melbourne, Geelong. This could, be the fight for number 1. Let's go Melbourne, Geelong. Let's go Geelong by... Yeah, it's going to be Geelong. Geelong by 24 points. Richmond, Hawthorn. Richmond need to win. They absolutely need to win. I don't think they can make finals. But we'll go Richmond by 16 points. Yeah, they're going to miss out on finals in my little thing. St Kilda, Fremantle. St Kilda, Fremantle. Ooh. I think Saints might just take the chocolate here. I think St Kilda might just take the chocolate. We're going to go Saints by 12 points. Even though ultimately it doesn't really matter. Sydney, Gold Coast. It's going to be Sydney. Lance Franklin might kick... Oh no, he's way off his 1,000th. So we'll go Sydney by 35 points. Doggies, Port Adelaide. This one's going to be a really good game, I feel. But I do reckon the Doggies are going to win. Only by a few goals. So we'll say Doggies by 27 points. Adelaide, North. North have, in my scenario, North have already won the wooden spoon. So this doesn't really matter. I think Adelaide, they both want to finish off the season well. I think North will want to finish the season and just prove that they can do it. So I'm going to go North by 22 points. All right. So that is my ladder done, and now we'll move on to finals. So we'll look at the ladder here and how I have everyone finishing. I got Western Bulldogs finishing first on the ladder, so they take out the minor premiership. Geelong second, and that's only because of percentage. Melbourne come in third, mainly because of that draw that they had. Port in fourth, so that's your top four. Got Sydney in fifth, Brisbane in sixth, Giants in seventh, and Essendon in eighth. That Port Adelaide, Sydney, they could switch 4 and 5, you know, obviously depending on how many games they win and stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing Sydney finish in the top 4. Absolutely love what they've done this season. Essendon in the top 8 irks me a lot, but I'd rather Essendon in the top 8 than Richmond in the top 8. Maybe you can make a play for West Coast jumping both of them, but they would have to win both of their games by a decent margin, because look at their percentage here. It's heaps low. It's, 12% less than Essendon and 7% less than Richmond. 11th, 12th, I've got Fremantle and St Kilda. Carlton, Collingwood, 13th and 14th. We didn't win the wooden spoon in my scenario. We're not going to win it at all, so that's fine. We're out of the bottom 4. Carlton just get on top of us with that one extra game win, and you can say that was the game that they beat us in. So rounding off the last few teams in the bottom 4, I've got Gold Coast finishing 15th, 7 wins. Hawthorn 16th, Adelaide and North Melbourne, the wooden spooners, and possibly bringing in Jason Horne-Francis, I think his name is, as their number 1 draft pick. And probably bidding on Darcy and Dacos as well, just to irk us. Alright, so, finals. Finals. Qualifying final, we got Bulldogs versus Port Adelaide. Elimination, Sydney versus Essendon. Elimination 2, Lions versus Giants. Qualifying final 2, Geelong versus Melbourne. Don't have to give a margin because margin doesn't matter here. So let's start at the top. Qualifying, Bulldogs, Port Adelaide. Bulldogs are going to win that one. Sydney, Essendon. Sydney are going to win this one, and Buddy's going to inch closer to that 1,000th goal. Elimination final 2, Brisbane, Giants. Giants will start getting players back, but Brisbane are going to be too good for them, and it'll be at the Gabba as well, so we're going to go Brisbane. Qualifying final 2, Geelong and Melbourne. This one's going to be a tough one because Melbourne have got everything to prove, but they get a second chance. I'm going to go Geelong here. So second week of finals. Port Adelaide, Sydney, Melbourne, Lions. So the last time Port Adelaide versus Sydney, Port Adelaide went up by 10 points and they won. And the last time Melbourne versus Brisbane, Melbourne won by 22 points. I think it's going to be inverse. I think Melbourne are going to get out in straight sets, and I think Sydney are going to topple over Port Adelaide because Port Adelaide are a bunch of pretenders. So here's my final 4. Brisbane, Bulldogs, Geelong, Sydney. I've said it since halfway through the season, and this is how it's going to play out. Brisbane are going to beat the Lions. Geelong are going to beat Sydney. It is going to be a all Victorian grand final, not in Victoria. And the Bulldogs are going to win the 2021 premiership. Now, I love the Doggies. My cousins are barrack for the Doggies. I've got a soft spot for the Doggies. And they're one of those teams that I personally can't hate. If I had a second team, it would probably be the Doggies. I just can't hate them. But, 1, I want Treloar to have the absolute world, get that premiership medal around his neck. But 2, from a more selfish point of view, and I'm sure a lot of other Collingwood supporters kind of feel this too, the rhetoric, the media are going to just give it to us. Absolutely give it to Collingwood if Treloar ends up a premiership player this year. Next year, it's fine because it's like, okay, the huff is gone, But if Treloar ends up a premiership player, we are going to cop it. And that's very selfish not to want that. But it's going to happen. I still think the Bulldogs are going to win the premiership. But it could go either way, I could see Geelong taking it as well. They were there last year. They're a really good side, adding Jeremy Cameron and stuff like that. If he comes back from a hamstring sort of injury, it could go either way. And I just hate Geelong because of what they did to us in 2011 and 2007. It's going to be the Bulldogs. It's going to hurt Collingwood fans. But it's going to be bittersweet for us. But I'm tipping a Bulldogs premiership. Anyway, Swoopers, this has just been my finals and end of ladder predictor for the last 2 rounds. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who do you think is going to win the premiership? Spread this around. Share it if you've made it this far to your even non-Collingwood friends. Share it to your AFL friends. Let's see if they have the same opinion as me. Any and all thoughts are appreciated. In the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.